Hey guys, it's WACK, and this weekend was the Battlefront Beta, and I know most of you guys that have the next-gen consoles probably was playing the beta, so I thought today I would just make a review. I really didn't get to make videos for the weekend because I was somewhat busy, so I was distracted from making those, but I just thought I would just review the whole thing, the whole beta. This is kind of what I've been doing, just playing the beta, reviewing it, seeing if you guys want to get the beta, want to get the full game actually, because that's what betas are for. You know how the whole ordeal works. They make a game free, give you limited content, and hopefully it makes you want to go out and buy it. And that's what Battlefront did, but overall, I personally was really excited for Battlefront because, one, it's Star Wars, alright? If you guys don't know something about me, I'm a huge freak for Star Wars. I love the movies, I love the Legos. I could make this whole video just nostalgic reasons of why I was excited for this game because of my past history with Star Wars. The movies are one of my favorite series of movies. The Legos is just what made me overall. I love the Star Wars Legos. This is my favorite Legos, and just the whole franchise. Like, Pokemon is my #1 favorite franchise, but Star Wars is pretty high up there because of just everything. And I know a lot of people are a fan of Battlefront. Even people that I know don't play video games love to play Battlefront because, one, it was Star Wars, and two, it was just overall fun. And that's why I was most excited for it, for the beta and just this whole overall game. And that's also another reason why I think everyone else is excited for it. When people hear about another Call of Duty, they're just like, oh, another Call of Duty? Oh, okay. But when they hear of a new Battlefront game, they're like, oh my god, I used to play that a lot when I was a kid. I love Star Wars. That game was I was so good at that game because Battlefront, it's just different. It's a different first-person shooter. Well, now it's a first-person shooter. When I played Battlefront 2, I always played in third person, but Battlefront was just an overall different game. For the beta, you really couldn't fly ships or do any of that. You could go in the walker tanks, but you really couldn't go into space or fight each other with all the heroes. You really couldn't do any of that because it was a beta. But back in Battlefront 2, you were able to just so much more than just what the first-person shooter genre is nowadays. Like with Call of Duty, you just play multiplayer and maybe zombies if you're lucky, if Treyarch made a good game that year. With Battlefront, you were able to fly ships, fight with Yoda and Luke Skywalker and Darth Vader, just play on all your favorite maps. And that's, like, I think the reason why Battlefront does so good is because, first, it's a movie. Any Star Wars game is based off the movie, and the whole movies just did amazing as terms of sales and just as terms of, like, bringing this whole fan base together. Make a video game off of Legos, off of the real thing, it's gonna do good. So when you're fighting on your favorite maps with your favorite characters, it just brings this different feeling to you than if you're just playing as random characters with no heroes or nothing like that. Call of Duty, you just play as regular, just people. With Star Wars, you play as stormtroopers, as rebels, as whoever else, the Ewoks even. I think you were able to play as Ewoks back in Battlefront 2, so that's why I think, and I keep saying that's why I think people like Battlefront. I'm going to stop saying that and actually review the beta, but that's just like why I think everyone was most excited for it. But the actual beta, like, again, it was short. It only had 2 game modes, and each of those game modes only had 1 map. And the 1 map, overall, they were all pretty big. The 1 map that you were able to get the heroes, which is Luke Skywalker and Darth Vader, and how you get that, you just got hero points, and you were able to spawn in as Luke Skywalker or Darth Vader, whichever side you were on, and you were able to just run way faster across the map. And the sad part about that is the maps were so big so that you lost 25% of your health already before you meet your first person in action. Granted, they do move 3 times faster than the stormtroopers or rebel soldiers, so I really can't complain, but that just kind of sucked. I wish they would have made the map just a little bit smaller, but it worked out in the end. It overall did. The gameplay, let me talk about the gameplay and the flow of the game, because if you guys didn't know, which you guys probably did, DICE did make Battlefront, or at least helped develop it. And you can just tell that the Battlefield series definitely had a huge influence on the Battlefront series. Like, right away, you're put into first person, which in Battlefront 2, you're put into third person. I think you could have played in first person. I'm pretty sure you could, but most people played in third. I played in first with this new Battlefront game, and it just felt like Battlefield in a way. It still felt like I was playing Battlefront because of all, like, the scenarios and the way the guns fire and everything like that. But you can definitely tell that the Battlefield Battlefield series did have a huge feeling in this game. If you didn't play the beta, you don't know what I'm talking about, but if you just watched it, maybe you did, but either way, that definitely did have a huge influence. But the guns, none of them were really overpowered. It's just a fun game. You're not supposed to base it off anything besides the movie. So they have blasters, they have laser guns. It's not actual guns where they have to try to make it realistic. It's freaking Star Wars, so that was good. The heroes, they were heroes. They were the kill streaks, and I think that's one reason why Battlefront is different than Battlefield or Call of Duty or even Destiny, because they are the kill streaks. The heroes are the kill streaks, and you really want to get that one kill streak because one, it's good, and the good players will do good with the characters. Even the bad players, they'll have fun with it. That's just the whole point of Battlefront, is just to have fun with it. But if you can be like Luke Skywalker and just tear havoc, and you can get a lot of kills, it's probably because you know how to use Luke Skywalker, because people are going to be firing at you, and you have limited health. So that's just my 2 cents on that. The maps were pretty good. I mean, they were Star Wars maps. You can do a lot with designing Star Wars maps. And that's about it. I don't know if I mentioned it, but you really couldn't do anything like fly in ships, or you can get in the walkers. But it was a pretty limited beta, and overall I think it was a pretty successful beta. I don't know if you guys are going to get the actual game, but I think I will. This beta really did help. It's a nostalgia game. It's just this Battlefront 2, I don't know when exactly it came out. I want to say 2005, maybe a little bit later, but this game, there was a lot of time put into it, and they were going to perfect it because they know Battlefront is a big title. Battlefront 2 was a successful game, a really freaking successful game, and they do not want to mess this up. So, because I know if they do, it'll put a bad name on Star Wars, and they don't want that, and 2, it'll put a bad name on the Battlefront series. So anyway, guys, let me know if you're going to get the beta. This is probably going to be one of the few videos I make until the actual game comes out. I know I'm going to get Black Ops 3, Battlefront, and the new Halo 5 game. Hopefully the Halo 5 game, if I do feel like getting that. And hopefully this influenced you to get the new Battlefront game. Let me know if you're going to get it, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.